Good morning, girls. Welcome back for the online session of English language. You must be thinking that instead of going with the second chapter, why I am here with the grammar session. So, the answer of this would be like we are planning to take your MCQ test online. So, for that, whatever I have taught out of this, I would be selecting some topics for the test or an exam. So, this would be a kind of revision session for the reported speech. What we have understand about reported speech in last few sessions, out of that I found this particular would be suitable. So, that would be clearing your doubts regarding different types of sentences as well. Here, again, the concept would be cleared from your side. So, today I would be continuing with reported speech. Second thing, we have completed 4 topics, almost all our topics. Out of that, I would be asking from reported speech and from prefixes and suffixes for our conveniency. So that 2 topics will be there for your exam and chapter 1 will be there for your test. So probably test will be of 30 marks and in that case you should be getting your sense clear for the preparation. So let us start our journey once again for the reported speech. In this you are observing like tense, modal changes while using for the reported speech. What changes are required that here I am explaining. Normally the tense in reported speech is one tense back in time from the tense in direct speech. One tense back in time means it is like past tense. For example, here she said I am tired. So what will be the indirect of that? She said that she was tired. So these are the changes we do in case of direct speech while converting direct into reported speech. You all know about the background of this, and if you want to revise all these things, then you should watch videos, whatever videos I have forwarded to you again and again. So that would be a kind of revision for you to make preparation for your exam. So you can revise the videos related to reported speech as well as prefixes, suffixes and related to the chapter. So in case of simple present, for example, I always drink coffee. She said. Now in case of past, she said that she always drank coffee. From drink to drank. This is the change from present to past. Now for the continuous, I am reading a book, he explained. Now in case of am reading will be was reading. You all know about the tenses, like whatever changes we do as per the tense, and it would be a kind of representation of the given idea. Like direct speech is spoken by directly the person or the speaker, when in case of indirect speech it is spoken, it will be represented by the third person to anyone, so it becomes indirect information. So generally we use for that past tense. Now in case of simple past, it turns into past perfect. Like Bill arrived on Saturday, he said. It's not a different structure, it's a common structure. Here it starts with the inverted comma and then subject and verb is given. આ પ્રકારની વાક્ય રચના સામાન્ય રીતે લખી શકાય છે. In case of direct speech, we generally do not find this way, but in case of indirect speech, the formation is changed. It is like he said that Bill had arrived on Saturday. Now arrived turned into had arrived. Simple past into past perfect. Next is present perfect into past perfect. Like I have been to Spain, he told me. Have been, present perfect tense. He told me that he had been to Spain. So naturally, you all know what changes are required in case of from present to past perfect. Now next is related with past perfect into past perfect. No changes we do. In that case, it remains as it is. Like I had just turned out the light, he explained. He explained that he had just turned out the light. Present perfect continuous tense. In that case, we use have been plus ing formation. For your knowledge, again from present to past, it is like had been ing. Next is past continuous. In that case, we were living in Paris. They told me that they had been living in Paris. So were living into had been living. Because of past continuous, it turns into past perfect continuous. In that case, we have to add been for the perfect tense. Future tense, like I will be in Geneva on Monday, he said. Now present conditional, he said that he would be in Geneva on Monday. Future continuous, she said I will be using the car next Friday. Conditional continuous, she said that she would be using the car next Friday. So this was the quick recap of whatever we have done. Like whatever changes related to the tenses are very important to remember in case of reported speech, because you are supposed to make changes accordingly. જે પ્રકારની વાક્ય રચના અહીંયા આપેલી છે એ વાક્ય રચનાઓ સમજવાની છે. You have to remember the tenses, you have to remember the changes, and accordingly you will find the sentences in your exam as well. For the MCQs also, the test will be from MCQ format. So you'll be having the sentences like this. You do not need to change the tense if the reporting verb is in the present tense. For example, or if the original statement was about something that is still true, like he says he has missed the train but he will catch the next train. We explained that it is very difficult to find our house. So in these cases, here the changes are not required. Now in the reported speech, after knowing about the tense related changes, the second very important change we find in case of questions like interrogative sentences. પ્રશ્નાર્થ વાક્યો reported speech માં કઈ રીતે લખવામાં આવે છે. So very important, some rules are associated with that you are supposed to remember. When we report questions, we have to pay attention to the auxiliary verb. We have to pay attention in case of what? In case of auxiliary verb. Like these words do, be, have are auxiliary verbs. Yes or no questions begin with an auxiliary such as do, does, have, did, etc. એટલે કે જ્યારે તમે ક્રિયાપદ તરીકે ઓક્ઝિલરી વર્બ્સ જોવો છો તો એ ક્રિયાપદ પ્રશ્નાર્થ વાક્ય માટે આપણે ઉપયોગમાં લઈએ છીએ. નંબર 1. નંબર 2, In case of yes, no, yes and no type of or no type of questions, it begins with such a word or such words like do, does, have, did, etc. So for question tags, we use such auxiliary verbs to prepare question. પ્રશ્નાર્થ વાક્ય બનાવવા આવા પ્રકારના સહાયકારક ક્રિયાપદની જરૂર પડે છે. Number 2. In case of auxiliary questions, we find or we have to in fact change from question tag into statement, like removal of the question tag. We would be changing the format of the sentence. પ્રશ્નાર્થમાંથી સાદું વાક્ય બની જશે. Number 3, make the statement from the question. So as I told you, we convert into statement from question. For example, do you like pizza? To report that question. Like here, the type of a question is asked in which the answer can be given through yes or no. So obviously you would be dropping an auxiliary verb and you will be adding if. જો તમને યાદ હોય તો આ વાત મેં પહેલાં પણ કરેલી હતી. In case of yes no type of questions, we use if and we use drop this verb, or we drop the verb auxiliary do, does, have. આવા પ્રકારના ક્રિયાપદ આપણે કાઢી નાખીએ છીએ. And for such sentences we use or we have to add if. So here for this, obviously question tag will be removed, verb will be asked. He asked me if I liked pizza. પ્રશ્ન કોને પૂછ્યો છે? શું તમને પિઝા ભાવે છે? So the answer would be starting from I. You will be here I because you are changing the subject. He asked me if I liked pizza. So the important note that you are supposed to remember. Generally, students often make the mistake of leaving an auxiliary verb in reported speech. He asked me, do I like pizza? Such things should not be repeated, such mistakes should not be done, because in that case, the tone will be question or tone will remain in form of question, but we are making from question to statement. He asked me, do I like pizza? એટલે એનો અર્થ એવો જ થયો કે પ્રશ્ન હજી પૂછેલો છે. It doesn't sound statement in a manner of statement. So, information questions start with a question word. Here, we are answering the question. So, we remove do, does, have whenever we find. Number 2. Where are you going? For example, she asked me. To report on this, simply change the pronoun and word order. She asked me comes first. Where remains as it is because WH formations remain as it is except who, because who will be converted into by whom. એ સિવાયના બધા જ WH શબ્દો you have to keep as it is, એટલે આમ જ રાખવાના હોય છે. તો she asked me where, you into I, are into was, going remain going. So she asked me where I was going. Again it sounds statement, it sounds normal, it doesn't sound question. So the tone of the sentence would be changed. પ્રશ્નાર્થમાંથી સાદું વાક્ય અહીંયા દેખાય છે. Now here, students often make mistake or the mistake of keeping the same word order. Again, I am repeating the same thing, like here, students often make the mistake of keeping the same word order. Like what you generally do is, she asked me where I was going or where was I going. Where was I going doesn't sound in a proper manner. As per the grammar rule, from question to statement would be more suitable. So a similar word order switch appears with the verb be in questions. Now for be, we include amizar for the present and was where for the past. So, like they asked, when is the party? They asked me when the party was. Like when is the party? When the party was is into was because of asked. You have to keep changes or you will be doing changes in the verb as well as removal of question tag as well as removal of inverted comma when the party is into was. So the question words when remains as it is. Be removes or be generally moves from a position before the noun. It remains after the noun. Now, reported speech with modals. In that case, finally, pay attention to whether the speech you are reporting uses a modal verb. Before I continue with the modal verb, I want to tell you like up till this, અહીંયા સુધી આપણે કેટલા ફેરફારો જોયા. We have seen two important changes in case of reported speech. Like we started with the tenses, which is foremost requirement in converting from direct to indirect. Number two, we saw about the questions, like whatever questions are there in the reported speech, then what changes are required in the direct from direct to indirect. Now reported speech with models, જ્યારે જ્યારે modal auxiliaries નો ઉપયોગ થાય છે, in that case what we supposed to do, ત્યારે આપણે શું કરવાનું આવે છે, right? So in case of modal auxiliaries we include will, can and shall changes to would, could and should in the reported speech. Will is used to make statements about the future in English. When reporting these kind of statement will become would. You all know about this rule. It's a basic rule again. Now compare these sentences. Kelly said, I will pick up the sandwiches. Kelly said that, you can add that, she would. She, either you can write she or he. She would pick up the sandwiches. So I hope that you have understood the change or you have found out the change whatever we did it. Then after modal verb may appear in questions as well. Katie asked, can you answer the phone while I am out? Katie asked, હવે પ્રશ્ન એવો પૂછ્યો છે કે that is answerable through yes or no. In that case we add if. Katie asked me if I from you into I, if I can into could answer the phone while I am out into she was out. If the modal verb is already it in the past form, it does not change when reported. Like George stated, I would not do that. George said that he would not do that. So here already that is given, so we can even remove or we can omit that two times in the sentence. So we can write simply George said he would not do that. So would remains would. Would we do not convert into will. Note. જ્યાં તમને નોટ દેખાય છે એ ખાસ વાંચવાની છે. That things are very important to remember. That changes are very important to remember. These modal verbs do not change in reported speech. Might, could, would, should, ought to. we explained it could be difficult to find our house. We explained that it could be difficult to find our house. She said I might bring a friend to the party. She said that she might bring a friend to the party. So here no changes are made, no modal auxiliaries are changed because these are already given in the past formations. So in that case we do not make any changes. Now these sentences should be clearly understood by you. It can be asked in your exam. So from direct to indirect, what changes we do, right? For example, she says, I eat an apple a day. She says that she eats an apple a day. He will say, my brother will help her. He will say that his brother will help her. We said we go for a walk every day. We said that we went for a walk every day. You say, I went to London yesterday. You say that you went to London the previous day. So you must be observing the changes, very simple changes, appropriate or as per the tenses, whatever changes are required, we are doing here. He said, my father is playing cricket with me. He said that his father was playing cricket with him. From me into him, is playing into was playing. As per the rule, તમને યાદ હોય તો આપણે હમણાં જ નિયમ જોયા. Accordingly, we are here making the changes. They said, we have completed our homework. They said that they had completed their homework. She said, I have been waiting for him since last morning. She said that she had been waiting for him since last morning. They said, we were celebrating Eid yesterday. They said that they had been celebrating because were celebrating into past perfect tense. So they had been celebrating Eid the previous day. We said we had been waiting since morning. We said that we had been waiting since morning. So these are the different sentences. Almost I read many or majority from this part. So you can read, you can go through it, you can revise whatever rules are given accordingly, and that would be a kind of revision for you. Important word changes we do, like these into that. Generally, you know all these things from THES, these into those. These word changes we do also. Here into there, now into then, sir, madam, today into that day, yesterday into the previous, tomorrow the following, tonight that night, good morning, good evening, goodbye, greeted, you can write. To greet, એટલે કે વંદન કરવું. So in that case, you can shortly convert it into greeted. Now, very, very important part that you need to revise the types of sentences in which assertive sentences are also there. Sentences that make a statement are called assertive sentences. These sentences may be positive, negative, false, or true statements. To convert such sentences into indirect narration, use the rules as mentioned above. Except said is sometimes replaced with told. Look at the following sentences. Direct speech. She says, I am writing a letter to my brother. હવે વાત આવે છે સાદા વાક્યો બનાવવાની. Like assertive statements are affirmative sentence, you can say. પોઝિટિવ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ્સ કે એવા વાક્યો કે જે સ્ટેટમેન્ટ ફોર્મેશનમાં જનરલી મુકાતા હોય છે, લાઈક ડિરેક્ટલી સ્પોકન બાય અ પર્સન ઇન ફોર્મ ઓફ સમટાઇમ્સ ડિક્લેરેશન. I am writing a letter to my brother. In case of indirect speech, it is like she says that she was writing. It is like says. The verb used here is says. So we put it as it is, like she is writing a letter to her brother. So you must be observing the sentences and you should be reading the sentences. Next is imperative sentences. Imperative sentences એટલે કે આજ્ઞાર્થ વાક્યો. What changes generally we do in case of imperative? Imperative statements sentences are such sentences that give an order to a person or a direct command. These sentences may be in the shape of advice, entreaty, request, or order. Mostly it depends upon the forcefulness of the speaker. જેટલો શબ્દોમાં કે ભાવમાં કે ટોનમાં એન્ફોર્સમેન્ટ એટલે કે ફોર્સ એટલે કે કાઇન્ડ ઓફ order format is used, in that case we use imperative format. For example, shut the door, please shut the door, repair the door by tomorrow. These are three sentences, these are three tones which are used. First is more stronger, second is with request, a kind of proposal is forwarded, and third is in case of advice or suggestion. So three different tones are used, but in general these are imperative. To convert this type of sentences into indirect speech, follow the following rules along with the above mentioned rules. The reporting verb is changed according to reported speech into order in case the sentence gives a direct command. For example, the teacher said to me, shut the door. The teacher ordered me. Instead of said to, instead of told, we use ordered because here the tone is in form of order. Ordered me to shut the door. To shut the door means here before the verb we use to. The reporting verb is changed. The teacher ordered me to shut the door. So here the tone remains as it is, but related to verb we changed into ordered. Next is the reporting verb is changed according to the reported speech into a request in case of the sentence, and it makes a form of request. For example, he said to me, shut the door. In that case, you can write here, he requested me to shut the door. The reporting verb is changed according to reported speech into advice in case the sentence gives a piece of advice. Like, he said to me, you should work hard to pass the exam. He advised me that I should work hard to pass the exam. So, these are the changes generally we have to observe. The last sentence, see, he said to me not to smoke. He forbade me, he denied me to smoke. So, not to here is replaced with forbade, that is the negative sense of not to, already used, so we do not repeat not to. We write me to smoke. Here the examples are there. You can read the examples, you can revise the examples, and you can go through it. Next is interrogative sentences. In case of interrogative sentences, we already saw about that, but to make the revision of that, let us see quickly. Do you live here? Have you ever watched Terminator 3 movie? Is it raining? To convert interrogative sentences into indirect speech, you are supposed to follow the rules which are given below. The reporting verb said to is changed into asked. If the reported speech is having the reporting verb, it starts at it start, then if is used in place of that. ત્યાં તમે thatનો ઉપયોગ કરતા નથી, એની બદલે તમે if મૂકી અને વાક્યનો ઉપયોગ કરો છો, અથવા તો બે પાર્ટને જોડી અને ifનો ઉપયોગ કરી conjunction તરીકે, and you go with that formation. If the reported speech is having interrogative words like who, when, how, why, when, then neither if is used nor any other word is added. Except who, remaining words keep as it is. We have to keep as it is in the question sentences. A full stop is replaced at the end of the sentence instead of a mark of interrogation. Very, very important examples that you are supposed to learn. Just for a quick review, I said to her, when do you do your homework? I asked her when she did her homework. So you can revise yourselves by all these sentences. You can even go with the previous videos, whatever things were discussed. Next is exclamatory sentences. Those sentences which are express our feelings and emotions are called exclamatory sentences. Mark of exclamation is used at the end of an exclamatory sentences. For example, hooray, we have won the match. Alas. All these words are revealing what our emotions or feelings that we generally find we use, and for that we use, or that format is particularly known as exclamatory kind of sentences. Udgar, Vachak, Vakya, Rachna. What a marvelous personality you are to change exclamatory sentences into indirect speech. Follow the following rules along with the above mentioned rules. Like, in case there is an interjection, alas, oh, hooray, etc. in the reported speech, they are omitted along with the sign of exclamation. એટલે કે એવા શબ્દો નીકળી જાય છે, and we in fact skip exclamation mark also. Reporting verb that is said is always replaced with exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed joyfully, exclaimed sorrowfully, so etc. Such words associated with proper tone of the sentence, it should be revealing the proper tone of the sentence, so we use such words. In case there is what or how at the beginning of the reported speech, then they are replaced with very or very great in the indirect speech. And even in an indirect speech, the exclamatory sentence becomes an assertive, or it becomes an assertive sentence. So here the examples are given. You can go through the examples, you can revise it, and you can have the better practice. Last is optative sentences. Those sentences which express hope, prayer, or wish are called optative sentences. Usually there is a mark of exclamation at the end of optative sentences. For example, it looks like exclamation, but these examples are slightly different than the exclamatory tone. May you succeed in the test. It is a kind of a wish, it is a kind of a prayer we generally do for someone in case of test or in any examination. Kind of blessings we use or we give through such tone of sentences. May you get well soon, would that I were rich. So at every sentence we find the exclamatory mark, or exclamation mark rather. To change optative sentences into indirect speech, follow the following rules along with the above mentioned one which we saw in the last. In case the reported speech starts with the word like may, the reporting verb said is replaced with the word prayed. In case reported speech starts with the word would, Then the reporting verb said is replaced with the word wished. May is changed in might. Mark of exclamation is omitted. In indirect speech, the optative sentences become assertive one. So you can see here, you can observe the sentences and you can revise yourselves. I think I need to end here. Whatever I have given to in today's session, almost the whole idea was related with the reported speech, each and every part or the changes which we do in case of reported speech that I have discussed. I have given the review of that. So do revise it, do refer it, watch the videos properly, past videos, and make the solid preparation of your exam. So thank you very much and have a nice day.